thing. Oh, well, and welcome to the first ever podcast of Talks with Tay, and I'm your host, Tay. And here's our first ever guest. He's a YouTuber, podcast host, music producer, and also graphic designer, Jereal Thompson.
Thomas. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Thanks for having me on the first episode today. Appreciate it, my dog.
So, Jereal, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm from Detroit. I know I got on this Phoenix shirt. For those of y'all that view this on the Patreon, y'all can see this a Phoenix shirt. But I'm from the 313. You know, we just drafted Cade Cunningham, future generational talent, man. I'm from the Motor City.
Oh, you sound happy. How does it feel? Like, how does it feel to be Jereal Thomas?
Yeah, Thomas.
Thomas.
But I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant or cocky or anything, but right now life's pretty good, man. I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now, to be completely honest with you.
So how do we know each other?
So Tay's one of my Morehouse brothers. You know, we met in Club Woody for my AUC folk. You know, we met in Club Woody. That's the library. We be up in there. We be in there studying, talking about one of our mutual friends. You know, and me and Tay, it was always good vibe. So when he hit me up and asked me to do this podcast, I couldn't say no. This is one of my guys at school.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining our podcast.
Of
But
course, man.
speaking of podcasts, how's yours doing?
Actually, oh, well, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but mine is doing very, very well. For those of you that are listening, if you're a sports fan, please tune into Hooplex. It is HOOPPLEX. I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end. It's a basketball and wrestling podcast, and it's been pretty good. I honestly cannot say I did not see this much success coming from it because I wasn't looking for cloud. I was just doing this with my guys for fun, and we have through 14 episodes more than 800 plays. So I'm just blessed, man. This podcast will not be anything without. There'd be no podcast without them. So I have to shout my guys out on here. Damon, Jalen, Jonathan. There is no Hooplex without you. So thank y'all so much, man. Because people wouldn't be tapping in without y'all. Because honestly, they're not listening for me.
So you said it's like you feel successful. So what is your definition of successful?
For me, successful means achieving results while enjoying what you're doing. That's my definition. You know, it's in success. I mean, it means different things for everybody. You know, success could be getting one play. For me, honestly, it was getting even 25 because basketball and wrestling do not go together at all. So for us to be in only 14 episodes at more than 800 plays and we're this close to 1,000 total plays, that means the world to me.
Is your YouTube channel like your podcast hosts?
Not really. I mean, there's a lot of basketball videos on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more away from doing those so often because there's more to me than just sports. And I feel like more people should see that. You know, I have a couple reaction videos on my channel. I have a couple tier list videos where I'm ranking food or 2K games and all that stuff. But there's more to me than just sports. And once I get back on campus, we're back on the YouTube grind just so everybody can know, like, hey, he knows his sports, but that's not all there is to him.
So you said
when it
keep going. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, my bad. But when it comes to success wise, not even close. I mean, one of my videos has about maybe 5,000 total views. It was a video when the Clippers lost in the playoffs in the 2020 season, and that video blew up. But outside of that, I just took a break from it really just to focus on my mental health and my internship. And you know, I only have about 145 subscribers, which isn't bad for me at all. Like in my opinion, that's not bad at all for me because you know it's a stepping stone. But I definitely do want to get back on the ground when I get back to school.
Okay. Yeah. Not just on timer. I gotta watch it. So, damn. Um, what's do you ever feel? Do you think you ever feel that moment of I made it? Like this is like I made it, or do you think like you're the type of person that's like, even though I'm here, I still got to hustle even more. You know, that's kind of my.
I'm I'm kind of on both sides because I would like, my end goal is not that success. My end goal is entertainment and, bringing something positive to the world. So, of course, like, it's in the back of my mind and I'm thinking, hey, like I made it. But at the same time, that's not really what I'm thinking of. And on the other hand, my best friend told me this. She said, if you're complacent where you are, you're ignorant. And I 100% agree with that. It's fine to, accept the way things are, but you still have to work no matter what. You always put your best foot forward and you can't beat yourself up about a result. Like say you put out a YouTube video or it's your first podcast episode and you put everything into it, you edit it, you even take your time and maybe you only get like 2 plays or 2 views. You can't beat yourself up about that because you got to move on. You have to do better. I wouldn't even necessarily say do better. Like just look at it for what it is. Take the negatives. Take a look at the positives. Focus on the negatives. Try to mute the negatives and just continue moving forward.
Mhm. So, what's your inspirations? You know, like you said, just keep going. What's your inspiration? What keeps that motivated to get there?
For me, I'm a people person. I always have been someone who now I'm not a people pleaser, but I've always been one to my day is made by putting a smile on somebody's face. My day is made by making somebody laugh. If someone I can empathize or sympathize with. So what keeps me going is just knowing that I'm doing something that people like. I'm doing something that people are entertained by. And as a result, that makes me happy because my biggest goal is to entertain the world, inspire the world, and put a smile on everybody's face. So if I can do that, I'm happy throughout the day.
Damn. So, who are your role models like then?
My biggest role model up until he got his ass knocked out was Nate Robinson, to be completely honest with you. He was my favorite NBA player for a long time. He only 5'9" and he's won 3 dunk contests. That
Mm.
sounds straight up impossible. And, me being short, like I've been short my whole life, like just for context, I'm 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
I've been dealing with the short jokes and everything my whole life. Like, hey, there's a height requirement to do this. Oh, you too short for this. Hey, how's the weather? All that. I done heard it all.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, that really used to irk my soul because I always felt like I was less than because I was shorter than everybody else. But then I see what Nate Robinson's doing at his size. And, he released a book and the title of the book was Heart Over Height. And that's one of my models that I live by now. Cause it doesn't, to me, my height literally just became a number because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm 5'2", so what? I got heart, I got motivation, I got confidence. So Nate Robinson is definitely one of my biggest inspirations and Muggsy Bogues as well. Like I'm not the best basketball player by any means, but I mean, those are just a few people that come to mind. Easy E as well, Prince on the music side, Kevin Hart. Honestly, I have a lot of short people on my list of people that I would consider role models for me.
Oh, you said something about music. You are a music producer, right?
Yes, sir.
Have any songs out here on iTunes or anything?
I I do have one. It's called America by DJ Rico Velli. It's America, but instead of a C, it's a KKK. Y'all know what that means, but that's the only song I actually have out. In regards to me producing, that was something else that I just took a break from the focus on my mental. So when I get back to school, that's another thing that I'm gonna get kickstarted back up.
And so, out of your like, out of all the things you do, which one are you more passionate about, or is there something you're more passionate about?
Um, At the moment, I would honestly, I can't really pick one, but if I had to, I would honestly have to go with podcasting because that's what I've been doing the most over the past year and a half throughout the pandemic. Once I got home from when I came home from school in March of last year, which I've been home ever since, and I did a few YouTube videos here and there, and I never lost my passion for it. But once the idea of me being a podcaster came about, I was like, I could try it out. And then I had a podcast originally, and I didn't really like it doing it that much, to be completely honest with you. And I was in a dark place when I did that one. But this one, I can honestly say it has been life changing. Even though we don't have clout, so but it's really been life changing because I feel a lot more energetic, a lot more passionate. My social anxiety is going down. I feel like I'm actually contributing to someone, smiling throughout the day. If I say something stupid or somebody says something on the podcast that's toxic, just bringing that energy. So I have to say right now that I'm more passionate about the podcast than anything else if I had to choose.
Yeah, because podcasting is a lot, in my opinion, is a lot easier than YouTubing.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, because it's like you're just talking to somebody, or you're just talking about what you like, other than you just gotta edit, the audio, the other stuff, but it's less time, and it's a lot easier to spread as well than YouTube.
Exactly.
I feel like you get more views doing the podcast because there's so little of them. It's less than there's like 900 YouTubers, like 900 million people doing YouTube, something like that. But it's only less than 1 million people doing the podcast. But this right now is a good time to start.
Right.
And it's and you can do both, get clips, stuff like that. Also, you can follow me on Patreon or OnlyFans. But, gotta put my, but yeah, it's you got to anybody that wants to be where you at. And it's it is any advice for that?
Well, if you're where I'm at, 9 times out of 10, I'm 99.9% sure that you're struggling to want to actually try to do some of the things that you are aspiring to do. And my advice is just go for it. Mm-hmm. You never know what could happen. Michael Jordan said it himself. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Who's to say hey, you could blow up, then you could do one thing and blow up. In the music, especially in the music world, you could blow up doing absolutely anything right now, man. There's a music artist who she's not very good. Y'all do I really want to say her name?
I would think it was a cat.
I'll call her Kularu because I don't like her, but y'all know her as Coyle Ray. Her music ain't that her music ain't good at all. Her music is not good at all. But I mean, she blew up. She had the right something about it made her blow up to the point where she, even though it was dead silent, she performed at Rolling Loud. Mm-hmm. She blew up, and I'm not saying, hey, you don't have to have talent. Personally, I don't really think I do. I just think that I'm good with people, and that's how it ended up working for me. Mm-hmm. Just go for it. Just try it out, because again, you never know unless you try.
Yeah. Oh, back to my comment about Doja Cat. Her music okay. I was talking about that. I'm a cow. I'm a cow that blew up, and that's how she went viral. So, in my opinion, so don't no.
I like Doja.
She do I make you horny, baby? That's my favorite part. I don't know why, but yeah. Back to you. So you said just do it, right? Because a lot of things in life you just have to do. For experience, for jobs, internships, and even internships want people with experience. But you want to get the internship to get experience. So I learned that sometimes you just gotta do it yourself. And so I was no, speaking of that, your internship, let's talk about that.
Okay.
How'd you get it?
So I am a core services intern. Matter of fact, at the time of recording, my last day is tomorrow, but I was working in core services with Walt Disney Animation Studios, and I got it through the Walt Disney UNC of Corporate Scholars Program. It was I still to this day don't know how I actually got selected. I felt so underqualified, even with all of the things that I do. I just went in, we had to do video interviews. So, it was one question. We look at it, we read it, take time, answer the questions. I answered the questions to the best of my abilities. And, I ended up getting a call saying that they'd actually love to have me on. It's been great. I hate the fact that it's ending. It's been a really, really quick 12 weeks, but I would love to come back to Disney for sure.
Like Don Mateo, his family, man. Yeah, I get that. You know? It's like I feel like that all the time when I meet people. It's like some people, not all people, like they're my family, and so it's like I want
Right.
you. Will you keep up with your other teammates and stuff?
Almost definitely. Like I'm on my Dominic Toretto shit, bro. That's family.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, man. I absolutely have to. I love every single last one of them.
Who got depression when you got family? For real. But yeah, so you say we've got a whole section. What's your major at Morehouse?
So while I'm a creative, I'm actually majoring in software engineering at Morehouse.
Do you like it?
I don't hate it. Here's why I say I don't hate it. I like the tech side of it. I love it, but it's the Morehouse part of it that makes it like, because I will never bash my HBCU ever, but my program is not the best. I'll put it that way. But as much as I wanted to change major, go into cinema and emerging cinema and tech studies, I'm a senior, so it's no point, just finish it out. Just take the way my mom put it was same destination, different route.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a marathon, not a race.
Right.
So do you know how you're gonna use your major in your future?
Well, I definitely do want to go back to Disney and do what I was doing. I was doing a lot of work with APIs and domain name systems, single sign-on, things like that. And if I wanted to tie it into what I want to do full time, like my biggest passion is I want to I've started the company, but I haven't gone through, the whole process of officially getting it legalized and everything. But I have an entertainment company, and the goal is to promote more Black content creators and entertainers and give them more opportunities to thrive. And maybe somewhere in between there, maybe I come up with like a software or something, so we could do like a audio and video production software in the same. Like maybe like if we combine like just trying to think offhand, like maybe just like a base example, like if we can combine GarageBand and iMovie in one app or something like that.
That's what that is. You can do that one day. That'd
Yeah.
be dope. I'll use that. Maybe like using it editing Audacity. But yeah, but I gotta cut that out. But anyway, so it's like I don't know. It's like what's next for you? Like after not after like you're still gonna do more. Like what's your next goals? You have any goal? Like you want to meet like any follower goals? Any audience member goals? No. Or you just going the flow.
I mean, I'm somewhat going with the flow just because I don't want to get my hopes up. Like that's something I deal with like internally with my self doubt, but I don't really want to get my hopes up. But just some off the top of my head I could think of. We're so close to 1,000 players on this podcast, and we're so close. Why not make that a goal? When I get back to school, I originally said that I started my YouTube channel my sophomore year of high school. I mean not high school, college. And when I started it, I said I wanted to have 500 subscribers by the end of the school year. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. Not even close. So I definitely want to have that before I graduate. I definitely I have a camera, so I have a bunch of short films and little series that I have planned that I want to start filming when I get back to school, and that's pretty much it for now. Oh yeah, well, and of course, the main goal is graduating from college.
Yeah.
That's the main thing right now.
I know we talk about Morehouse. Speaking of more, oh, sorry, this is going to be not important, but I just want to flex real quick. What dorm did you stay in Morehouse?
Oh, dorms I stayed in Morehouse. So freshman year, I was in Brazil. B-roll, so smooth. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal.
So
sophomore year, I was in I don't even want to name this building. I was in Purdue, also known as the Dirty Dew, also known as Purdue Dew. For reasons I care not to disclose on this episode. And for this upcoming year, I'm in the suites, so it's gonna be a great year.
So I'm gonna bring this up because I wanted to flex with the B-roll. But now I have a question. Do you feel like you found any brothers at Morehouse that you'll be lifetime brothers with?
Oh, absolutely. I talk to them at least every week. I try to get to them every day, but sometimes I don't. But I mean, Tay, you already know you're one of them. And then one of my childhood best friends, we ended up going to Morehouse together, so I always have him. There's a couple other guys in our group, man, but I don't want to shout them out, man, because it's so many guys that I'm cool with, lifelong friendships that I can't even call them friendships, man. Those are my brothers. Like, I know it sounds corny because we go to Morehouse and they always stressing brotherhood, but those are really my brothers for real.
Just like Morehouse is just guys, and so guys is just
exactly.
It's like you don't have to impress anybody; you just be yourself.
Right.
And it's like you get so comfortable with each other. It's like they're like your brothers.
Exactly.
I still try to talk to some of them, but it's like it's like good friends. You'll invite to your wedding one day, for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, man. The guys I've met in Morehouse, man. Those are lifelong friends, man. I could not be where I'm at without them, honestly.
Like, so what's one of the experience? What's your favorite experience at Morehouse?
Oh boy. I have to think.
Hey, Mom.
A lot of the things that some of these things could get me in trouble with other people. Let me see.
I said this already, but my mother's listening.
That's hard.
Yes,
hard. I'm actually trying to think of something because I've had so many Morehouse experiences. I can't even pinpoint just one. Okay, it has to be the day where my childhood best friend. Okay, well it's my friend Jake, and we were all in the library one day, just vibing. We had just finished studying, so everybody knows if you go to Woody, two things are gonna happen: either A, you're gonna study and then you're gonna get the vibing, or you're not gonna study at all, and you're just gonna vibe the whole time. So we just finished studying, we get the vibing, and Jake he was acting a little strange, a little funny. So we asked him what's wrong. And I'm not gonna repeat what he said to us, specific, like word for word, but he was basically like, "I'm so tired of y'all treating me like I'm stupid because I'm not stupid. So stop acting like I'm stupid because I'm not stupid." And this went on for like the 30 seconds, just going off, and we all confused, and we just like, bro, like, what's up, my dude? Like, gee, what's going on? Like that's not really my favorite moment, but that's the tamest moment I can tell, bro. Because I got some stories.
Especially on the promenade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, let's not even go there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell a promenade story. This is not even really a Morehouse story. This is an AUC story. So it had to be my freshman year. I think it was my freshman year. And one day I was walking down Fair Street, about to go to the library so I could study, right? And I see this girl with some green hair, and it looked like she had a dog on a leash. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, hey, I'm like, puppies are cool. I get closer. Why was Shorty she had a possum on a leash, bro? Like a straight up possum. Like I kid you not. Like, and then I was getting ready to go take a picture for proof, but we made eye contact. It didn't look like she was about to be at that possum. I'm like, nah, man, it's not even worth it. But yeah, I saw somebody walking a possum across Fair Street. So yeah, man, those are the tamest stories I can tell, man.
A possum? How you get a possum?
Literally, man. I don't know.
Possum?
I have no idea.
Wow. All right. So okay, so if you can go back to any part of your life, not past life, back to your life, what type of advice you would give?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Let's say you can go back 10 years and tell yourself to invest in Apple.
Let's see. Because me personally, I'm one of those type of people where I just feel like, everything happens for a reason. And every action has a reaction. So if I go back in time and change something here in the present is not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And my experiences have shaped who I am. And I don't want any of that to change. So personally, I wouldn't go back and do anything. If I absolutely had to, if I had to go back 10 years, because I'd be 11, I don't know. I guess I'll probably just tell myself, don't just laugh with people when they call you short. That's probably the only thing. Cause that would have got me through my whole childhood.
I mean, yeah, different breed than I am. I would have said, go back, save $1,000. Talk to that shawty over there. I would say a lot of things.
Man, we were nothing back then, man. I was worried about superheroes. I wasn't worried about that.
Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Everything happens for a reason. But if I can just go back in time for a bit, I would change something. I don't know. I would change. I would give myself advice more than tell myself to do something. Especially like how to approach people, how to try to get out your comfort zone now. Now don't bundle things in. Now just express yourself more often. I thought that could have went a long way for me from here to me that, because I'm 22 right now. So I'm still learning, still processing on stuff I want to do, Don't, I don't want to say that depression song, but you know what I'm saying? My whole crew got depression.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would go back and just give myself advice,
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, like, with me, because, I watch a lot of, I used to watch a lot of TV. I'll put it that way. I watched, shows like The Flash, movies like Back to the Future, where they did time travel and they changed things. Like, as far as I know, time travel isn't possible yet, but I know that the smallest detail changing can literally change your entire life. And, do I have some regrets? I mean, honestly, well, not really. I mean, there are some things happen that I would have done differently, of course. But again, everything's led me to this point. So I wouldn't go back and change anything because it shaped who I am.
Damn. All right. Well, that's been the first episode of Talks with Tay with our host. Me, I'm the host. With the guest, Jereal Thomas. So how can our audience find you?
So just follow me on Instagram at official Jereal. I have a link tree in my bio. If you want to go to the actual podcast itself, follow Centric Entertainment on Instagram. That's SCENTRIC Entertainment. There's another link tree with every link to the podcast. It's called Hooplex, where we talk basketball and wrestling unscripted and uncensored. Every Monday at noon, except for this upcoming week, we'll be on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. You can find us there. It's spelled HOOPPLEX. On YouTube, you can find me at official space J-real. And just stay tuned, man, because quality content is coming soon. Good laughs, good vibes all around. I'm open to new friends, so always. So if you want to DM me or for anything, like if you want to be friends, ask for advice, or give me content ideas, I'm all for it.
I bet. And you can find other episodes and more on Talk with Tay on Talks with Tay. Look it up on Google. You'll find it. I'll make sure you find that. Especially on OnlyFans.